I'm Krishna Rao Patro, Associate Professor in the Department of CSE. Today, we'll discuss about one important problem, how to solve a postfix expression. Means, if the postfix expression is given, how to evaluate it. For that, you have to write a simple program using Python. See, first of all, you should know how you can give the postfix expression. And once you give the postfix expression and what value you have to get. For example, observe the given question is write a program to evaluate given postfix expression. The expression I told you in the previous session, it can be infix expression or postfix expression or prefix expression. Now here question is, it is given in postfix form. Postfix form means what? In the case of postfix, first operand 1, then operand 2, and then operator. So operator will become last. If the expression is in this form, then you will say it is postfix. Now please observe here, I have given an expression here like this: 2, 3, 1, star, plus, 9, minus. So this is given in postfix form. Now this postfix expression you have to evaluate. So after evaluation, the answer is -4. How you can solve this problem? Generally, in the postfix expression evaluation algorithm, I told you in the previous session, first of all, you have to take a stack. You have to take a stack. The first data is how much? 2. 2 is what? It is operand. If at all operand comes, simply push into the stack. So, to evaluate this postfix expression, you have to take the help of stack. Remember, to solve this problem, you have to use a special data structure that is called stack. So, define a stack. Generally in Python, how will you define a stack? So, to define a stack, you have to take the help of a list. So, the list will be acting like a stack. So, that means you have to use the separate methods for push operation as well as pop operation. So, by using those methods, the list will be behaving like a stack. The stack follows which principle? Stack follows last in, first out principle. So, you have to use a stack to do this. So, here what type of stack? This stack will be maintaining all operands. Operand stack. Because most of the time, even in the exam, they may ask a question, what type of stack you are using? Then you will say operand stack. Whereas while converting from infix to postfix expression, that is operator stack. So, here my stack will be using only, means it will be holding only operands. So, whenever operand comes, simply push into the stack. And whenever operator comes, you have to pop out and do the evaluation. Now here, if you observe this expression, 2, 3, 1, star, plus, 9 and minus as well as at the end. Now, when 2 comes, 2 is what? Operand, push into the stack. Then 3 comes. When 3 comes, again push into the stack. Now 1 comes. 1 is what? It is also operand. Again push into the stack. Now star has come. Star is what? It is a operator. So whenever it is a operator comes, then you have to pop out. So 1 is popped out and 3 also popped out. In between the operator. So put a star symbol. So once you put star symbol, this is acting like one expression. Now this expression you have to evaluate. So 3 into 1 how much? 3. So that this value is 3. So that means 3 is popped out as well as 1 also popped out. So 1 and 3 popped out. So after popping out, my stack holds what value? Only 2. And whatever the result has come, what is the value of this result? This result is 3. Now these 3 you have to push into the stack. So push 3. So that means now current stack is this. So 2 is over, 3 is over, now 1 is over, star is over. Up to this you have to. That means what? You are putting a loop, one by one you are taking. Every symbol you are checking. Whether it is operator, it is our operand. If it is operand, push into the stack. If it is operator, you have to pop 2. Why 2? Because it is a binary operator. Because binary operator depends on 2 operands. That's why you have to pop 2. After popping and put that operator in between. And whatever the result comes, again push the result into the stack. because that result will be acting as again one of the operand for the further expression. Next, plus has come. Plus is what? Again it is a operator. Again if it is operator. So 3 popped out and 2 also popped out. So 2 plus 3. What is the value of 2 plus 3? That is 5. So now 2 and 3 popped out. So after popping out, my stack is what? Empty. Now whatever the result has come, what is the value of expression? 5. That 5 again push in the stack. Push in the stack. Again 9. 9 is what? It is operand. Again push in the stack. Push into the stack. Now minus has come. Minus is what? It is the operator. If it is operator, again you have to pop out. So 9 is popped out. 5 also popped out. And apply that operator. How much? 5 minus 9. 5 minus 9 is minus 4. Put minus 4. And finally this result push in the stack. So minus 4. So now you reach end of the expression string. Means postfix expression. So when you reach end, then whatever the value is available in the stack, then that is your answer. So that's your answer is minus 4. So this thing you have to now do. So to solve this problem, you have to write a Python program. So let us write a small program to evaluate. Now see, and please observe here, when you reach end of the postfix expression, the stack will be holding always a single value. If at all it contains more than one value, then there is something wrong with your postfix expression. So you must be very careful. If at all it is having single value, then it is your final answer. Fine. And here I am assuming that all the operands are single digit. Single digit. Because I am giving the complete thing as a single string. Of course, you may ask a question, sir, is it possible to give even double digit numbers also? Yes, it is also possible. But while giving double digit, you have to give like this. For example, 23, 1, star. Now here, 23, 1, star. This is one expression. Assume 22, 5, star, plus. Because this I will get one value, some x. Then 22 and 5, I will get another value, assume y. Then the plus. So here I will get some x plus y value. So that means what? If at all you are having a double digit number, then you have to give a space after giving the number. So that you have to treat in the different way. But in this program, today I will do with single digit numbers. In the next session, we will see this. Now let us see with a single expression, single string where there is no space at all in between. Now see the program. Now we have to write a program using Python. So in Python program, what I will do, I will define a class first. My name of the class is evaluate. In the evaluation class, I will write one constructor. Why I have to write constructor? Because in object-oriented programming, the constructor is the main one which will initialize your object. So here I will pass the capacity of my array or capacity of my expression. So the capacity tells about how many symbols are there in the expression, the length of the string. And initially the top of the stack, because when you are using a stack, there is an indicator called top indicator. The top indicator will be pointing to a place where you have to do either push or pop operation. Initially top is -1. The -1 indicates it is empty stack. And capacity of the stack you have defined, as well as you have defined one array. This array is represented by the list. Remember in Python, array is represented by the symbol, or this is also called list. So my constructor is given this value. So that means as and when you create an object, immediately this method will be called. This is the general. Next, another method I will write is empty. Whether the means your stack is empty or not. For that, I have written a small method called is empty. If it is empty, returns true. How will you know whether empty or not? For that, you have to check the top. self dot top. There is another way also. You can use even length of array. Length of array, if it is equal to 0, this indicates what? This is also empty. This we also do, or you can use this top indicator. If top is -1, it says the complete stack is empty. But this way also you can check. Next, another method you have to use, peek method, because the peek method is useful to check what element exists at the top of the stack. So peek method. So how to check the last element of the stack? So for that you have to use the negative indicator -1. When you use the negative index, always come from last. Remember, in Python, when you store the data, the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, assume up to this data is there. But when the negative index starts, the -1 starts from here. -1, -2, -3, like this. -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, because here -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9. Yeah. So this is -9. So that means array of 0 is equal to array of -9. Both are same. Because your Python supports both indexing. Positive indexing as well as negative indexing. Positive indexing goes from left to right. And negative index comes from right to left. So whenever you, because I am representing the stack in this way. So my top of the stack is come from reverse direction. So reverse direction means I am coming from right to left, coming towards from top to bottom. So that's why I am writing -1. So when I write -1, always give the last element of the stack. So that's why I am writing here. So when I call this peek method, it will give me the top element of the stack. So this. Similarly, pop method. Pop method, it will pop the element. So before popping, you have to check whether the stack is empty or not. If it is empty, then you say top -1 and return array of pop. So it will pop out the top element. See, peek means it will not remove. It will give the value only. But when I say pop, it will remove the element from the stack. That is the difference in peek and pop. So in the peek, it will give what value exists at the top of the stack. But it will not remove. Where in the case of pop, it will remove the element and return the value. That is the difference. Otherwise, if it is empty, return the dollar symbol. Simply this is for indication. This is nothing for the evaluation. This indicates it is empty because it will stop there itself. Similarly, push. Push means what? You have to add the element to the stack. Where you have to add? At the top of the stack. So that's why you have to increment the top first. Because initial top is -1. In the -1 place, you cannot do anything. So you have to give means plus. You have to increment the value. Then you append. Append is a special method in Python, which is inserting the element at the end of the stack. So, which is useful for pushing the data. Then, now you have written push method, pop method, and peek method, and is empty. After writing these 4 methods, one very important method, that is evaluate postfix. There, you are passing the expression. What expression? This is your postfix expression. You are giving the postfix expression. Now you have to evaluate. For that, so in your postfix expression, how many elements are there? There I do not know. So that's why I put a loop. I will take one by one for I in expression. What is that I? I may be operator or I may be operand. Check. If it is operand, that means if it is a digit means operand, then push it. If it is not a digit, then I'll come to else part. If it is not digit means what? It may be operator, because this is for operand. Operand means what? All digits. All digits. Whenever digit comes, you push into stack. If it is not digit, of course, in your postfix expression, there will be only 2 things. One is operand, another is operator. So, if it is not a digit, that's the operator. So, I will come to else part. Here, I have to pop 2. Value 1 and value 2. So, the value 1 will be top of the stack. This is here. The next element is value 2. In between, I will put my operand. Operator. I is my the symbol. The symbol is either operator or operand. So, when you come to else part, it is a operator. It is a operator. This operator will be insert here. So this you have to evaluate with the help of a special method called eval method. So use eval. Whatever the value comes, again push in the stack. So I'm pushing here. Self dot push the stack. Of course, you need not convert into this. Even if you are not converting also, there is no problem also. And when the entire loop is over, this is repeating for every symbol. After repeating, then at the end, when you reach at the end, whatever the element is available at the top, you can return that. That is your answer. That answer you have to display. Of course, you can check a condition also. When you reach at the, what do you say, at the bottom, then you can say whether length of the stack is 1 or not, because it should contain only one element. If the length of stack is 1, then you say yes, valid. Otherwise you can say invalid. So that way also you can check. And here I am giving my expression. What expression? This is Postfix expression. Of course you can read also. You can put a input statement. Here I have taken static, or you can use input, enter the expression, enter Postfix. You can type like this also. Enter Postfix. Then whatever the data comes, you can store here, and that value you can pass to this parameter. So you can call this evaluate. This is my, what is a class name, and this is my capacity of the stack, means a expression string, length, pass, object. Of course that is optional. You may write, may not write. That is also not required. Then whatever the value comes, you have to push it. Means you can call this evaluate Postfix method, and that method takes this parameter and do. So this is the way you do. Now let us write the program using our editor. Now I will show you step by step. So this is the general explanation about the program. Now I will use my editor. I will use the idle operator, means idle environment, where I can type my complete program. See now. Please observe here. I have used my idle environment now. There I will go to File, New. There I will type. So I will go to the environment, options, zoom height, configure the idle. I will enhance the size here. Now 22 is there. I will go to 29, so that the screen will be visible properly. Apply. Okay. Yeah. Now it is clear. Now our goal is what? I will write a comment. In Python, the hash symbol is for comment. Here my goal is what? To evaluate Postfix expression. To evaluate Postfix expression. Generally, whenever you are writing a program, always you have to write a comment. That is a general procedure. Now I'll write a class. The class is a keyword. It must be written in the lowercase. Class evaluation. Evaluation. Then you write a colon symbol. That is the end of the class name. Here, what you have to write? You have to write your constructor first. So how to write constructor? You have to use a keyword called def underscore underscore init underscore underscore. Here I will pass my capacity of the stack. Here I am passing, and I told you I will maintain one indicator called top, because in the Python, sorry, not in the Python, means for the stack, you need one indicator where you have to do push or pop operation. The top is the place where you have to do either push or pop, and top is the indicator whether your stack is full or not, or it is empty or not. So I am maintaining one top. So initially top is -1. -1 indicates it is empty. It is empty. So to signify whether your stack is having some element or not. If it is -1, it is empty. We are starting from the beginning. Then here I am maintaining one capacity. Self dot capacity equal to, I'll pass the capacity. And remember, whenever you are writing the init method, I told you, because they are the member of this class, so you would write a keyword called self. If you are not writing self, it will give error. It will say that it is not a member method. Of course, constructor is always a member of the class. So you write a self keyword, as well as you have to define one stack. So how will you define a stack? Because stack can be implemented through array. So this array you have to implement using list. So I will write here self dot array, or you can write stack. I will write STK. STK is my stack. This represented through list. Remember, in Python you have to implement the stack using list. This is your list. Okay. So my constructor is ready. After constructor ready, then I will write my isEmpty method, whether stack is empty or not. So def is empty. This is my own method. You can write even some name also, because these are user defined. And I want to make this as a member class, means member of the class. So that's why I write self keyword here. At the end you have to write a colon symbol. That is the general syntax in the Python. Here what I have to do, whether stack is empty or not. So how will I check? If self dot top equal to -1 or not. If it is -1, then I will return how much? Return true, because here I am expecting Boolean value, either true or false. So write true. Otherwise, else, if it is not -1, that means some elements are there. In that case, return false. Return false. So this method will be returning either true or false. This is isEmpty. Similarly, I will write a method called peek, because I have to see what element exists at the top of the stack. So I will write peek, and I want to make this as a member. So I will write here self. Here I will return the top element. If self dot name of the array is stack dot stock of -1. -1 indicates the last element of the stack. So whenever I am calling the peek method, it will give me the top element of the stack. So that is peek. Of course, here you can ask me a question, sir, if the top is -1, then what will be? So you can put a condition also, whether it is empty or not. If it is not empty, do. Otherwise, you can say nothing is there. So that condition also you can write. So here I am assuming that whatever elements are there, it will return. Otherwise, you will say nothing. So return this value, because the peek method will give you the top element of the stack. It will not remove. It will give only the top. If nothing is there, it will give empty. So there, while it receiving, you can check what value is coming, whether none or not. If it is none, nothing is there. Now I will write a pop method, def pop, and this also you want to make this as a member method. So I will write here self keyword, self. So here I have to check whether it is empty or not. If self dot is empty, because my method name is empty. If it is empty, then return -1. If it is not empty, what I will do? If it is not empty, that means some elements are there. If it is not empty, then I will reduce the top, because whenever you are popping, then the top has to reduce. So I will write here self dot top equal to, means minus equal to 1. That means the value I am reducing by 1. After reducing one, what I have to do? I have to return the top. So return, because that value I have to return for my evaluation. So return self dot the stack, because the name of the stack is STK. I mentioned in the constructor itself. This value dot pop. Pop is a built-in method. Pop is a built-in method, and this pop is my own method. So this method is called now. Otherwise, if it is not empty, do. Else, if it is empty, then I can return some dollar symbol that indicate that nothing is there. This is a significance. Okay. So push as a pop method over, peak is over, is empty over. Then there is another method called push, because push and pop are the important method for the stack. So whenever you are using the stack, always you write these two methods. So I will write here push. Push what? And this is my member method, as well as I have to push some particular element. So here I will pass one operator, operand. Operand I am passing. So whenever that operand comes, you have to push it. So as soon as you push, the top should go up. So self dot top plus equal to 1. Every time the top is going up. After pop means after incrementing the top, then you have to push it. So self dot, because where you have to push in the stack dot append. There is a method called append method in the Python, because you are implementing through list. So in the list there is append method. So append this op. This indicates that you are pushing the data. This is now simply pushing the data into the stack. Now you have to write one main method, that is evaluation, because till now only the required method you have written. The important processing method you have to write. So now here def evaluate, postfix evaluate. I will write here postfix eval. This is my method, and you want to make this also member method. So write here self followed by, you have to pass the expression. What expression? The postfix expression. So I will pass the expression. Here you have to write your loop, because in the expression you are having both operator as well as operand. So take one by one, symbol by symbol, and do the operation. So how many symbols are there? You do not know. So that's why I put a loop. So put a loop for I, or the, what is it? Okay, right. I, for I in exp. Exp is what? My expression. That expression comes in terms of a string. So from that string I will take one by one. Every element of the expression comes here. So here this I is what? This I may be either operand or operator. Anything. Now you have to check whether it is operator or operand. Operand means what? Here operand means the digit. Operand is digit, because in a postfix expression you have to evaluate. So you have to evaluate based upon the digit value. So I have to check whether it is a digit or not. So I will check a condition. If I is the symbol, is digit, whether digit or not. If it is a digit, then I'll say, if it is a digit, what? It is a operand. If it is operand, you have to push it. So I will write here self dot push. Push what? The I. So you are pushing. Otherwise, else it comes here. Here I have to check whether it is a operand or not. If it is operand, you are doing that way. If it is operator, you have to pop. How many times you have to pop? Because you have to pop 2 times, because these are all binary operators. So I'll pop value 1 equal to self You are pushing where you are pushing. Here you are made mistake. Self dot stack your push. Stack dot no, because you are calling there push method. Push is my own method. So it goes there and it is pushing fine. Here self dot pop. Okay. This method will return the value at the top of the stack. Then next element. So I will store in val 2, second value equal to self dot pop. Here also I am popping. So I got the 2 operand. After that I have to push it. What I have to push? I have to push the result. So I will first evaluate the result. Result equal to eval. There is a built-in method called evaluation method. This evaluation method takes in terms of a string. So I will do value 2 plus my I is my operator, plus value 1, whatever the value comes, I got this result. This result I will push in the stack. So now self dot push. What do you have to push? The result. The result has come in res. So I will convert into string of result. That result I am pushing in the stack. Okay. This will continue till all the symbols of the expression. Once the loop is over, then it will return the top of the stack. So return self dot pop. When I call pop method, this will return. But that will return what? In terms of a string, because I am storing everything in terms of string. So that value I have to convert into integer. So I should write here int of this, because I have to typecast. Whatever the result comes, simply I will display now. Because that value you may use further purpose, for the further evaluation. That's why I am converting into integer. Okay, my class is ready. Once the class is ready, then I have to write my driver method. So I will write my driver method, main method. So in the driver method, what I have to do? I have to pass my expression. Okay, exp is my variable. There I will write here input, whatever the expression you want to read. Here I will print a message, enter postfix expression. Enter postfix expression. Okay. Once this method comes, you have to read it. Now this expression you have to pass as a parameter to postfix eval. So first of all I have to create an object. What is the name of the class? The name of the class is, I wrote here evaluation. So evaluation is the name of the class, and that evaluation class takes the capacity as a parameter. So here this is my class, and here I will pass length of the expression, the length of expression, that the capacity of the stack. This I will store in object. So this is my obj. This object is ready. Here I will call my method. What is the name of the method? The name of the method is my postfix evaluation. Right? Yeah. Now I will call this method here obj dot postfix eval, postfix underscore eval, eval, and that method takes what? One parameter. What is the parameter? That is my expression. That expression is postfix expression. So I will pass that exp, and whatever the value returns, that value you have to display on the screen. So I will write a print method, print of this, so that resultant value will be displayed here on the screen. Okay, Control S, postfix evaluation, postfix evaluation dot python. Okay, ready? Now press F5. Invalid syntax. Yeah, there is a syntax error. Now can you say what is the error? So you write a colon symbol, because every else must be ended with a colon symbol. Control S, F5. Yeah, there was a small mistake. So now expression. I will give 2, 3 plus. What I will get? The answer is 5 because my postfix express. Assume I'll run once more. Control F. Now I am 5. I'll type here 2, 3, 4 plus minus. Now can you guess what the output? Here the output will be first 3, 4, 7, then 2 minus 7. 2 minus 7 is how much? Minus 5. Yeah, answer is minus 5. So it is evaluating. But if I give, for example, I will give here 2, 3, 4, I will give plus symbol. Sorry, first of all I have to run it. F5. If I give 2, 3, 4 plus, is it a valid postfix expression? No, because there are 3 operand and only 1 operator. It is invalid. So in that case, if I give this, it is giving only 7 because it is returning top of the stack, but it is still not a correct value. It is wrong answer. So I have to check what is the length of the stack finally, because when you come out from the loop, that time you would check the stack value, means the stack capacity. So if the stack having single element, then that is valid answer. But here the stack having more than one item, that's why it is invalid. So I have to display it is an invalid answer or invalid postfix expression. So here I can put a condition. What is the length of this? Once the loop is over, before returning the value, I have to check whether it is valid or not. I will put a condition if self dot stack length of self dot stack. If it is equal to 0, then I will say return this value. Otherwise, I will say invalid expression. Else, I will print a message, print invalid expression. Invalid expression or invalid postfix expression. Because this checking condition is important. Always you may not give correct expression, while sometimes you may give wrong. So whenever you are giving wrong expression, the program should detect whether it is valid or invalid. Invalid postfix expression. So check this. Okay. After that, you say return -1. Return -1. -1 indicates something wrong. So here you can put a condition, or I will not say -1 because sometimes the answer may be also -1. Okay. Anyway, this message will come whether it is -1 or not. Control S F5. Yeah, here also it shows error because in the else you should give a colon symbol. F5 now. Yes. I will give here now 1, 2, 3 plus. Yeah, it is invalid postfix expression. Now -1 is coming. So as soon as the invalid postfix expression comes, it says something is wrong with your expression. This is invalid one. So this type of thing. But if I give correct one, it should give the correct answer. F5. If I give assume 1, 2, 3 plus and star. So answer should be 2 plus 3, 5. 1 into 5, 5. No, still it is giving also. So there is something still wrong. If length of stack is 1, sorry. If it is 1, it should return. Otherwise it should say, because you have to check whether it is single value or not. If it is 1, then only valid. Because finally only one element should be there. F5. If I give 1, 2, 3 plus minus or plus star, it should give me 5. Fine. But if I give 1, 2, 3 only plus single value, F5. 1, 2, 3 only plus. Yeah, it is invalid expression. So this way you can check. Okay. So all types of conditions you have to implement. So remember, most of the time people may give only the correct expression. For correct expression, always you will get the correct answer. But if you give invalid expression, the program should detect whether it is valid or invalid. Okay, so this type of checking is essential. So this condition is essential. You must be very careful for this. Okay, thank you.